going to take my name off the door plate, and I'm going to put your name. So we could be there, and it could be on the car. You good with that?
Welcome, everyone, to the Driving Vision podcast brought to you by the Zeigler Auto Group. I'm your host, Sam Dark. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast, like it if you do, and leave a comment. Coming up this episode, a winner for the Zeigler Auto Group's 7th annual Ugly Sweater Contest and Food Drive. Plus, Aaron Zeigler makes an announcement, a NASCAR announcement, and surprise gift during a press conference this month. Happy New Year's, Team Zeigler. We'll bring this back up. It's our 6th annual Ugly Sweater Holiday Food Drive. And with us, we actually have a lot of cool guests to kick off and announce our results for this year. Ariah Daniels, what do we have?
Yeah, thanks, Sam. So I'm so excited. Our 6th annual holiday food drive, Ugly Sweater component is always a fun time during the year where we give back to our communities. But we've got some special guests here with us today. So Mike, you want to introduce our special guests?
Yeah, we had another great year, and we're a competitive group, and we love giving back. And I got to say thanks across the ZAG to our Z-Force teams, because the Z-Force teams have done an incredible job driving this thing. And one of them here on my left is CJ Lindquist from Team Zeigler Granville. And CJ's just done an incredible job giving back to the community in many ways. And CJ, you have a guest you want to introduce too.
I do. So this has been my partner in crime for many, many years. And a recent add to Team Zeigler about 4.5 months ago or so. This is Bee Shephers.
Hi.
So
Hey, Bee.
Bee does parades. She does Christmas decorating. She does the holiday party, but she killed it with me on the food drive. And we're so lucky to have her as part of the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're really excited to announce, of course, this year's winner for the challenge was our Zeigler Chrysler of Granville team. So
Congratulations.
Granville.
Yay.
They donated over 14,000 food items.
Oh my
And so,
goodness.
holy cow, it's an actual record. They beat out our Mercedes-Benz of Hoffman Estates team, which had 10,488. So
Which is a lot at 2. Think about that. 24,000 food items between. That's insane.
Between two stores.
Yeah.
Super, what was our total
Yeah,
number?
so, in total, we donated over 40,818 items. And so this was food items. And the new element this year was to get items for pet donations. So food or treats or any kind of toys for pets of our communities as well. So really cool. I'd love to hear from CJ and B, really kind of where your guys' donations went off to, and what was this like being able to collect all these items and donate them to your charity?
So we've always used the West Michigan Veterans Assistance Program as our food pantry charity. It provides registered veterans with the program the opportunity to come in once a week and get food for their families for absolutely zero cost to them. So that's very near and dear to our heart, and it actually encompasses a number of the counties. So as a matter of fact, they threw out a challenge to us, because when we loaded up their trailer this year, we told them how many items we had, and they said, well, next year, why don't you double it? And B's reply was,
bring it on.
And in fact, to your point, let's just show a couple of these pictures. I mean, these are the food items.
Incredible.
You imagine the gigantic and enormous showroom floor there, just stocked and stuffed. Great to see the team members there. Everybody's smiling, happy faces at giving back. So to both of you, what does it mean to you? So I actually have 2 questions here that are kind of interesting. So number one, to Mike, why the heck does an auto dealership spend time at the holiday seasons when it's super busy trying to sell cars, focused on giving back in this way? And then I'll ask the second question.
Well, you just feel a difference with our culture, right? As you walk into all of our stores, for our team members and the culture we build, but also for our customers. And we're just passionate about being others oriented and giving back to our community. So proud of these ladies and all of our stores across the ZAG. So just great job with us. And the veterans, I mean, I was able to be there and shake their hand, thank them for their service, and see how special it was to them to receive this gift. And I want to thank our veterans across the ZAG as well, because we have a lot.
What was the reaction in Team Zeigler at Granville among those in the store when that gift was given, just to see the sheer quantity of food and to know the impact that that had on the lives of the people that were receiving that in the holiday?
We saw a lot of smiles. The vets that picked up were super happy, said it was just in time. They weren't getting their usual stuff for 2 weeks. So our timing was perfect to help them keep their pantry stocked.
And Ariah, you travel all across the auto group, as do I, does Mike. And it wasn't just at Granville where this giving happened. I think of Honda Racine. Matt DeVikas gave dinners to families. He actually went to grocery stores and bought dinners. And then on that Friday night before Christmas, the families came in and were given these things that meant a ton of food to them. What does it mean to you to work for an auto group where giving back is such a focus, again, at a time when traditionally we'd be so focused on retailing and servicing and delivering that extraordinary customer service to customers?
Yeah, I look at the list of the places that all of these items were donated to, and just to think about being able to make that impact across 4 states and all of our stores participating and really pulling together to do that and make that happen for our communities. It's just so incredible. What we do is, sell and service cars, right? But in a whole, we are here to help others and to serve others. And we do that in so many different ways throughout the year. So to see that come together during the holidays is just something so special, I think, to give back to our communities. And I wanted to mention a couple of the other spots that did receive some of these donations throughout our community. So the Schaumburg Township Food Pantry out in Schaumburg, Illinois, Mount Zion Church Food Pantry of Racine County. So that's where Zeigler Honda Racine actually donated all of their items, which they took 3rd place. So they donated 4,000 items. The Kenosha County Sharing Center, ICNA Relief Center.
But there was a long list of people that benefited, right, from this. Give us the last 2, Ariah, you read, because I think you might have frozen. We might have lost you.
So sorry. Yeah. So the Harbor Humane Society, and then Food Finders Food Bank in Lafayette. So along with a ton more where everyone was just able to drop off their donations, was just really incredible to see that come together. And just to know the impact that we can help make on our communities is huge.
Yeah, that is cool.
Sam,
Mike?
We had a really cool just challenge we put out to all of Granville team. We said, hey, let's work on this as a team, right? All departments, everybody get involved. But also the gals here did a great job. We don't want to give all of our secrets away, but we had some vendors that stepped up. And
very cool.
We want to recognize just a couple of them real quick.
Okay.
Conus Auto Body, the body shop we use for any of our service work. Every year that we've had this, they've donated. The big add-on this year was Crystal Clean. Kevin from Crystal Clean actually went shopping with us.
He went with you.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And he loved that.
and he survived.
Yeah.
Then we have Chris Wawi, who we do a lot of business with, and also the dent mender. And all of them stepped up and definitely donated and wanted to be part of the cause, which is awesome. It certainly helped us.
Yeah, which is actually pretty cool too. What a great strategy. We stand side by side with our partners for Drive for Life and giving money to charities. Pretty cool that you can do the same for the food drive and help other people, inspire other people to help and give back in that way as well. So congrats to those vendors for joining Team Zeigler over the holiday season and giving back. That is pretty cool. So next year, the goal is to double it. Is that what I'm hearing? That's crazy.
We're going to try.
We're on it. Challenge accepted.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's
funny. I will say this: last year as a whole, Sam and Mike and CJ and B, we had 34,000 entire food items. So now that we've got to 40,000, I think we should at least hit 50, right?
Yeah.
Next year, I think it's
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well,
we need
it's our 50th anniversary next year too, right?
Oh,
So-
That's right.
There we
That's
go.
right. That's right.
That's what we're going to do. 50,000. We got it next year.
All right. Well, Team Granville, you get the last word today. Any thoughts you had or any stories of what it meant to people to get these donations? And then again, congratulations as we wrap up this year's contest. This is a fun tradition we do across the Zeigler Auto Group. So last word.
So when we talked to the Veterans Facility, when they picked up, the cool thing they said is they typically get shipments from Feeding America, and that's what supplies their pantry. Well, Feeding America is currently relocating, so they weren't going to have any deliveries for 2 weeks. Mentioned. So the timing of them coming to pick up from us was perfect because that will fill that gap. So it was just really cool. They're super excited every year when we do this. I call and I say, "We're on. Are you ready?" And she's always like, "Oh, we're ready. Come." Oh, absolutely. So it's just really cool to give back, and our veterans are so important to us.
That, and I wanted to mention while we're loading their truck up, we had 2 customers that were sitting with one of our salespeople get up and help us load.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah.
Yes, both those ladies were awesome. I'm not sure if they ended up buying a vehicle or not, but they definitely helped us load. They were right there.
That's very cool. Well, to all of you and to everybody across Team Zeigler in all 4 of our states, all 41 of the stores, thanks for participating this season. Thanks for giving back. And Ariah, thanks for organizing this. Mike and Ariah for executing this and making sure this thing went off as well as it did. And to next year, as we think about doubling or at least getting to 50K, we invite all our partners to join us as we kick off this annual tradition. So thanks, everybody, for being here. Appreciate y'all.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Ariah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to Zeigler Motorsports here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. My name is Sam Dark, COO of Zeigler Auto Group. We're thrilled to have you here at our house here at Zeigler Motorsports. And for this special press conference, this special announcement to all those guests who have come for today's meet and greet, members of press and media, and then other distinguished guests, we're grateful and appreciative that you're here. Without further ado, I'm going to turn the time over to President and CEO, Zeigler Auto Group, Aaron Zeigler.
Thanks, Sam, and thanks so much for being here tonight. Before we get to our special announcement, I want to start out and kind of tell you about my day today. So this morning, I got a text message from my son, Avery. He's a senior at Michigan State, and he graduated from Gull Lake High School. And he sent me an article that went live earlier this morning. It was an article about an incredible young man from Gull Lake. His name's Dawson. And Dawson, unfortunately, has a heart condition, and he's had 8 surgeries, and he can't have any more. Dawson's a NASCAR fan, and his family is a NASCAR fan. We want to help them to make some memories. So, Dawson, can you come up here real quick? So, the biggest race in the world is the Daytona 500. Yeah. We're going to kick off the season with Daytona 500. And we wanted to see if you'd like to come be part of our NASCAR team for the day and bring 3 guests with you. What do you think about that? Yeah. That sound like fun? Yeah. And so is what we're going to do is we're going to fly to Kalamazoo. We're going to fly directly to the track, and then they're going to pick us up in a go-kart or golf cart, and they're going to take us over to the hauler. And you get a tour of the hauler, and we'll hang out with the team, and we'll get to see them prep the car. And then they're going to take the car to the grid, and you get to stand out there. And Carson will stand right next to the car for the national anthem, and you'll be standing right next to him. And then during the race, you get to go up on the pit box, and you can listen to him talk and watch the race from the pit box. How does that sound? Yeah. Hey, Carson, come on up here a sec. So Carson last year finished, he qualified 4th at the Daytona 500. He had a little bit of bad luck. Somebody took him out early on.
Not very fun.
So we also thought, Carson, he needs a little bit of good luck this year. You think you could bring him that luck? Yeah. So it's what Carson wants to do something to help bring him some luck, and you're going to help him do that, okay?
Well, I've done this for now a year, and everybody knows my name. So I'm going to take my name off the door plate, and I'm going to put your name. So we could be there, and it could be on the car. You good with that?
Dawson, I heard you love to fish and hunt, right? And we saw online that there's this GoFundMe page, and they're raising money to get you a side-by-side so you can go out and make some really good memories with your friends and families, huh? And I found out there's one you actually already picked out here. And, well, I own a motorsports dealership, so we figured we could help you out a little more. So they've raised $12,750 in your GoFundMe page already. I don't want you to spend that on a side-by-side. What I want you to do is take that money with your family and you guys go have some fun, because I got you an early Christmas gift. So right over here is your early Christmas gift. You want to go check it out? Now, Carson wants to know if you're going to take him for a ride in that later. We don't let him drive him anymore because he rolled one last time he was here.
It's actually true.
I got to take a picture because I got the best angle, and you look really, really good sitting in there. Awesome. when Carson wins Daytona 500, we'll be in the winner's circle with him too. Sound good? All right. Yeah. There you go. All right. So a year ago, almost a year ago to the day, we were here in this exact spot, and we announced our partnership with Carson Hocevar. And he was going to be a rookie in the highest level of racing in NASCAR, and Carson is from Portage. We have a local driver, local sponsor. And when we look back on last year, to say we had a successful season would be a huge understatement. It was by far our most successful season that we've had in NASCAR. Carson got 686 points last year. He won Rookie of the Year, but he didn't just win Rookie of the Year. He won it by 106 points. So he absolutely dominated that. He finished first on his team. He had 6 top 10 finishes. He also had the fastest pit stop in the history of NASCAR at Homestead. So teams really dialed in as well. He qualified on the front row at Darlington. He finished third at Watkins Glen, and he won at Berlin this year. So we all know Carson's an incredible talent, incredibly fast race car driver. But what I really love about Carson is his heart. And earlier this year, Kalamazoo got hit by some tornadoes. And it wasn't an hour after they got hit by tornadoes, Carson was on the phone with me and said, "Hey, I see the devastation. I see what's happening on TV. How can I help? What do I got to do? I'll drop everything. I'll come up. Let's do a fundraiser. Let's raise some money for people that need it." And that's what makes Carson so special, is his view of giving back and doing things. He's helped us out with our Drive for Life Foundation the last couple of years, raising a bunch of money. And that's why he's such a incredible young man. So we have once again signed with Carson and with Spire Motorsports a multi-year deal to be the primary sponsor for Carson Hocevar. And we're going to kick it off as the primary sponsor at the Daytona 500 this year. We're also going to be the primary sponsor at Nashville, our home track here in Michigan, our other home track in Chicago, Indianapolis, St. Louis, and Darlington. With that said, I'm going to unveil the new car, right, Carson?
Yeah.
Let's see what the new car is going to look like. This is a new design for this year. That thing looks fast. And now I'm going to bring Carson Hocevar, everybody. Come on up, Carson. Say a few things. Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You're back in your second year with Zeigler Auto Group. What does it mean to be associated with Team Zeigler and the Auto Group this coming year?
Well, for me, it's fun that I get to, be 10 minutes from my home, literally childhood house, and be able to come here. And, it's the only place in the country I don't need a GPS that I'm really proud of. And it's so fun. And to have so many people show up here means a lot. It's tough for me to realize it, because I just come home and I just connect back to my childhood days, and I'm shocked anybody even knows me or knows my name. So for me, it's super cool, and it's super fun to race for Aaron and everybody that does awesome things like they just did for Dawson and his family, and great family they have. And it's just awesome to race for such great people and folks, and get to represent Portage really well.
So NASCAR is a team sport, though it seems like an individual sport. You're the driver. You broke a record that has never been beat to this moment in the history of NASCAR. Fastest pit stop ever at Homestead with the Zeigler car. How did your team accomplish that? What does that mean to you? And what expectations or hopes do you have this coming year for new records and achievements?
It worked out really well that Aaron was on the pit box when it happened. So it worked out really well that was a perfect time to do it. But, and two, we were running really well. Normally those type of stops happen when you're not running good and you don't really need them. Same way with mechanical issues. Sometimes you have mechanical issues when you're running good, never when you're running bad. So it's fun to have a full day like Homestead. It happened, but for me, I wasn't the one running around the car, but it's me all year of figuring out how to position the car in the box and everything. And we have such good crew guys and pit crew guys at Spire that we get our pit crews through Hendrick Motorsports, and they're racing for a championship. So we were a little nervous that we got the record, and then I was like, oh man, no, they're going to take our guys now. But no, they didn't.
Good.
Luckily, Mr. H and Jeff Dickerson, they laugh at each other. Jeff's basically a son of Mr. H, or addition son. But that was the first thing me and Luke and our team lobbied for was, Mr. H, don't steal our guys, and Jeff had kind of done the same. But Mr. H and Hendrick Motorsports have done a great job helping us and on Aspire's side, and hopefully we can outrun them. And he's used to seeing this 77 yellow car. It's bright enough that they'll be able to tell when it's coming up right behind them or coming around them.
So the season ends, and you, a Portage, Kalamazoo native, end up in the NASCAR banquet, winning Rookie of the Year. What did it mean to you to represent this community there in that national spotlight?
Yeah, I mean, it's super fun for me to go to the banquet. I've never gone before. The trophy was a lot bigger than I thought. I got to work out alone holding that thing for as long as I did for the pictures. But it was fun to have Aaron and his family and my family come out and do that. I think we had the second biggest table besides the championship because we had so many people there, which is fun for us. Normally race teams, you go 38 weeks, and I don't want to say everybody gets tired of each other and looking at each other for after a while. But on our team, it's like buddies doing a science project that we know we're probably going to fail, but we're doing it correctly and somehow hitting on it. So it's a lot of fun for us to really just love each other and love working for each other. I think we have the closest group from over the wall to back at the shop and everything. So I think that fits well. And like Aaron says all the time, it fits, Zeigler's core values. And every time I go to the Christmas party or company events or come here or dealerships and everything, it's really similar to how it is walking into the Aspire Motorsports shop. Everybody's happy to be there and smiling. And sometimes for a race team, that's not normal. Sometimes, there's long hours away from your families and everything and high emotions and everybody's right type of deal that it could really clash. But Inspire and especially in the Zeigler Auto Group, that everybody's just one goal.
Okay, so last question. This year before MIS, you came here to Motorsports the last time you were here, except for, I guess, the Tornado fundraiser. And you actually went out on our Motorsports track and did something not a lot of people know, so this has to be kept secret. But what happened out there?
It's on social media.
Okay, all right, so it's fair game.
So me and Aaron had the brightest idea to take side-by-sides out on the dirt bike track, which is a perfect size for a Can-Am, apparently. And it had just rained and everything, and it was all muddy and whatnot. And I was following Aaron, and as some of you might or might not know, I thought the silliest thing I'd ever thought was Aaron Zeigler was going to just work up into something and take it easy for one time. So I followed him on a jump, and he cleared about 10 feet underneath. And I was like, luckily I lifted last second because I remembered who Aaron Zeigler is and how aggressive he is. And it was a lot of fun. And we were racing, and he drove away from me because I was like, man, I got to race Sunday. And but sure enough, I took the corners faster because I was putting around the jumps. I'm having Aaron outdo me by a lot. I didn't want to be, I'm competitive in some nature. There's not even a checkered flag, and I still want to go faster than him. And I went through the corner sideways, hit a rut, and went right over. So I think Aaron was pumped because it ended the day, and it wasn't ended because of him. So that was probably the first time for him that a day ended. It wasn't him. But we took a bunch of pictures on the side-by-side, and it was fun. And right there, I knew I had a friend because we took pictures standing on top of the thing we just flipped. And I was like, all right, this guy's just like me. He's crazy enough to do this. So it's a lot of fun.
A shared core value of competition. So, well, Carson Hocevar, we appreciate you being here. Congratulations on another year. It's going to be exciting to be with you at the Zeigler.com car. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks everybody for coming out. Appreciate it.
And to everyone here, we appreciate your attendance. And again, welcome. Thank you for being here. We'll actually continue with Carson and the meet and greet here. You've got a long line of fans.
That's awesome.
We appreciate your commitment to continuing and meeting everybody here. So thank you.
Thanks, Sam.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
A special thanks to all who contributed to this week's episode. See you next year. Until then, how are you driving vision today?